Hello everyone, I am very happy to invite you back to Nikkens Expo Consciencia 2021. Today I want to get your attention on why drinking water is important. Because everyone drinks water every day. As you can see from my background, I have been studying natural science and researching water for a long time. Actually, my major was doctorated in the mechanical engineering in the Korea Institute of Science and Technology. That time I was very young. My second major was the alternative medicine in the graduated university. That time I was very happy because I focused about natural medicine and science. On that time, I was very sure regarding the water, especially in case of functional water, how it does in our body, how it is so wonderful to keep our health maintained like that. Also, I studied again for PhD food science and biotechnology. Through this study, I became an expert, but anyhow, I dedicate my life into water over 30 years. So I can say water is my best major and expert to talk to you. How do you see my face? Now this year, I'm 66 years old, but still I'm strong and I'm healthier. The medical doctor not yet called me because through the hospital inspection, he confirmed my health just normal. My blood pressure, my blood sugar, my heart, and my kidney function are all normal. So I believe this is thanks to drink good water through my life as a habit for all of my life. Actually, I drink every day at least 1.6 liters per day. That is my healthy habit. So now, let's uncover this secret with me. Let's look at the change in water content of our body. The clear conclusion from this chart is that when you are young, the water content in your body is high, but it decreases when you become older. So aging is strongly related to water content in our body. Just as you see, when we are young, means what? More water content. Old means what? Less water. So your body is almost entirely made of water. Now we are aware that water makes up more than half of our body and forms a river in our body. This is the blood flow. The reason I can run a full marathon is because of this blood flow. But if you don't drink enough water, your blood flow will slow or even clogging. This is a disaster and a big fear for the cells. So water makes the river fatal blood. We call it RFB. RFB is over 83% water, which helps RFB function. Blood vessel needs 83% water, which is much more than the average of 70% water in the body. Because blood must circulate through the body, it needs such amount of water. We may call it big river as blood. All the body cells need water, but the blood fluid is one of the most important. It is why we will focus on this. This is my marathon medals, the finisher's medal. I already finished 3 marathons.
Plasma. In biology, plasma refers to the liquid component of blood, in which blood cells are suspended. It consists mostly of water with dissolved salts, proteins, hormones, and other chemicals.
The situation of water and the body flow in the body is like flowing. The liver-fetal blood does not stop, but circulates around the whole body until death. The RFB spans 100,000 kilometers and returns to your heart and repeats this process continuously until death. The blood in RFB flows at 120 meters per minute and 7,200 meters per hour at aurora. The blood's flowing speed is faster than your normal walking pace. How surprising about that. Can you imagine what will happen if the blood's flow speed becomes slower than the normal speed? Just as you can see, there are normal cells, normal blood speed. However, abnormal blood flow means what? Abnormal blood speed. Therefore, the role of water very important in this case. Also, if your body's cells are not cleaned every day, they die or become apoptotic cells or cancer cells. So the uncleaned cells are acidic and the precancerous cells are acidic cells. If so, why does it happen this way? This is due to lack of water and the clogging of blood vessels. Let's see the RFB, the details. The RFB keeps 80 trillion body cells alive as RFB visit each cell through astonishing capillary system and supply oxygen and nutrients to the cell. If not, all the cells will die. Therefore, the RFB cleans the waste of the 80 trillion body cells, make it your body every day. In such a waste is not cleaned well and on time, your body cell will be contaminated and die. Let's see the picture. Liver blood cannot flow to right due to a blood clot. Why happen like that? The left side, there are nutrition and oxygen after digestion. They are waiting to pass through to right side. But if clogged in here, they cannot go through. That's why the cells waiting face the problem. So why happen like that? I can say 3 kinds of reasons. First, there are lack of water in plasma. That means in blood. That's why the viscosity is density is very high. Second problem is what? There are thrombus. This picture, the middle, the big size is a thrombus. What is this one? That is already oxidized and clogged in the middle of the blood vessel. The last reason is a plug. They stick to the inside of a blood vessel wall That's why the blood vessel becomes narrowed. That's why they cannot flow well. So what happened? Not enough oxygen and nutrition to the cell. That's why in this case, the cell just becomes normal to abnormal cells. Let's see to keep the blood alkalinity. As you see, the neutral pH of blood is 7.4. In case of arterial blood, 7.45. Venous blood pH level is 7.35, which means arterial blood is a little higher than the venous blood. Because why venous blood pH level is lower than the arterial blood? Because there are acidic waste contains by metabolism. So if blood pH is over range for few seconds, people will die. So acidosis on the pH 7.35 suppress nervous system. So you will be faced a big problem. For example, lose a sense of direction, be in a comatose state. So pH control, acid and base balance, it is controlled by lungs, kidney, minerals, has a major role. Also, you drink alkaline water better than the ordinary water. Also, you eat the acidic food between the alkaline food. You need a balance to take it. So you must keep this kinds of 7.4 condition. Your blood keeps alkalinity. Furthermore, the one serious problem, there are thrombosis inside here. If located in here, the clogging the blood flow. That is one of the serious problem. What if I lack? Lack means dehydrate such essential water and liver fetal blood. The answer is very simple. Your body cells will be dying slowly or rapidly because of no nutrition supply and huge waste accumulation. Many related diseases will arise sooner. Diseases caused by dehydration like that, I think dehydration is more serious key point in our body. So why I emphasize always to drink more water, because to prevent these kinds of dehydration. Now let's see the details of what happened in our body. First, headaches and nausea, kidney problem, stones problem. Kidney is the filter system to filter waste and toxic through the blood. But insufficient water blocks the kidney from filtering waste and toxic. So I saw the many people, the kidney problem, face the kidney problem. They go to the hospital every week, they do cleaning from the hospital. How serious these kinds of a problem. Like a water filter, that means heart attacks. Dehydration decreases the liver blood flow, so waste in the body accumulate and blocks liver blood, which induces the heart to work harder and harder. How did I enjoy the marathon full course? Because my heart working still normal, not blocked. I enjoy the full course marathon because of my heart is still normal, because there are no any heart attacks problem. Another last serious problem from dehydration, cancer problem, osteoarthritis problem, osteoporosis problem. Also, everyone now very fear about that. These kinds of Alzheimer when we are getting older problem. So These kinds of chronic diseases comes where? Comes from the dehydration problem in your body. Then let's just think simply why dehydration? Because your everyday, your habit is alone, because you must drink at least 1.5 liters of water instead of beverages, teas, coffee, sports drinks, any drinks. But the people's confused about that. Drink favorite teas, coffee, and Coke, furthermore, like that. Thinking about, this is drinks, can replace of water. But totally this is not true. In our body, cannot replace any liquid without water. So happens like that. So kidney cannot work as an important filtration system in your body. In the picture, also, dehydration will increase your heart pressure. This is why dehydration is scary, is a silent killer. This is repeated over a long time and you can't really feel it. Until today, science has not discovered any liquid that can replace water in our body. The juices, coffees, teas, and beverages you are drinking are not water. These drinks actually encourage dehydration in your body. Look at the medical chart for dehydration. Effect of dehydration on blood tests. This test researched by two medical doctors in UK hospital like that. First, significant change in the blood due to dehydration. First one, hematocrit in blood drops, hemoglobin in blood drops, also plasma in blood drops. Now, all we are faced a serious pandemic problem. We call it COVID-19. But even the COVID-19 related with water in your body. If blood viscosity and dehydration happen in your body, your immune system, your immune power will be less. For example, even though we are receiving vaccines, the vaccine's ability is affected by blood viscosity. And it is natural that blood viscosity is affected by water because the plasma that make up the blood flow is 83% is water. So blood viscosity increases when dehydration persists. White cell that attacks germ and virus, body's immunity decreases as the movement of white cells and lymphocytes slows. Let me talk to you one secret. All we are, our body has a bioelectricity power. Where it comes from? So I explain like that. Bioelectricity exists in our body. The amount of this bioelectricity can be found with a test at the hospital. Electricity is made by water in the body, so I will explain it with this chart. Just as water in the dam of a hydroelectric power plant generate electricity by turning a turbine, bioelectricity is created when water enters and exits the cell's membrane. In the cell membrane, water rotates the globular protein as a pump protein, and during this process, the sodium and the potassium ions attach the both sides of a globular protein, act as magnet to generate electricity. Therefore, when water content is reduced in the body due to aging and dehydration, the bioelectricity production capacity is lowered, and it turns the stamina decreases. So if you want more stamina activity, you drink more water. Otherwise, if less, your body electricity power in your body must be less. So water makes our body electricity power. You don't forget about this. Now, let's take a look at why Nikkens water is important to our lives. The reason why I like and respect Nikkens is most of the famous global companies focus on health supplement like nutrients, skincare, and cosmetics, but I'm very sure that if you do not pay attention to water for inner beauty, the supplements' effect will be less. What's been Nikkens' philosophy about the water? Nikkens has been thinking about what is the best water for health through studies and researches together with me, who has over 30 years of experience and technologies, and conclude on the following results. First, clean water can be made through proven quality filter system to remove impurities and contaminants that can become fatal or harmful to people, which should be Nikkens' basic standard of water for people. Second, health water for the big river blood. Over the years, Nikkens went beyond just clean water. What water is better for people and improve health? So answer was micro-clustered water that is rapidly absorbed into the body, also cells. Alkaline water to keep people's body in its prepared state of alkali condition. Also, antioxidation-driven water to reduce the oxidation that humans the body. Current piped water and waterfall and optimized filtration system have accomplished Nikkens' first and second studies as recognized by so many users based on the officially proven performance test result over a long time. Shall we look over the details more? What is Nikkens-made water? The evolution in water, clean water first evolution. The second evolution, micro-clustered and alkaline water. Third evolution, antioxidation water. Then, what's the fourth evolution of water? Now we faced. As you see here, magnet technology makes clustered water to micro-clustered as well. So big cluster just change to smaller cluster. Piped water to waterfall has achieved micro-clustered water. Like this, hydration and smaller cluster of water, how can make it? I show the photo in here. So these kinds of optimized device, when they spin, it makes a tornado spiral motion. When the vortex motion, we call it also vortex motion. When vortex motion, the big cluster sizes just cut down smaller to smaller. That's why this optimizer makes a fantastic micro-clustered water. Now, shall we think about the skin? Skin aging and wrinkles are very closely related to water content of skin cells. As many as 70,000 water molecules hydrate every protein molecules. Very wonder. Even collagen is the same. That's why skin health is the same as water content in skin cells. Also, pie water and the waterfall has achieved alkaline and antioxidant water, but optimized water has improved antioxidant power. In addition to that, then what's the first evolution of water? Oxidation is one of the most important diseases, including factors for people to face, together with dehydration and acidosis, as recently discovered. Nikkens has improved such antioxidant performance through pie water, waterfall, and optimizer, but Nikkens has been searching for a much more powerful and effective antioxidant water. The answer to that was hydrogen-enriched water, found through years of study and research. So Nikkens' first evolution in water is what? Hydrogen water. Big difference between pie water, waterfall, optimizer, and hydrogen is hydrogen is not a water filtration system, but delivers 350 to 450% stronger antioxidant to the body. It does not generate alkaline water. You could compare the product's performance and the differences in the next slide. Now we should also pay attention to functional water's benefits to health as much as purifying tap water. Nikkens is constantly pursuing this paradigm. This will affect my generation, but also the next generation of my family and neighborhood and neighbors. We are realizing the importance of health due to COVID. And we hope that through Nikkens, everyone becomes happier. So, as you can see with the picture, there are antioxidant potential, as I explained you, the ORP level, minus 20 to minus 80 millivolt, with fruits and vegetables and nuts are great antioxidants, but you would need to consume a large amount every day. However, in case of Nikkens product, as a waterfall, pie water system, and optimizer, most of water's ORP is improved by 60%, which is better than the fruits and the vegetables. So finally, there are hydrogen new device. This one is 3.5 to 4.5 times better than ORP levels. Now let's see the reality. It is delicious, actually delicious, then I want to eat it too. It is delicious and easy to get food while traveling in USA. Sometimes I miss. Most people are exposed to processed acidic food rather than alkaline food, which may break body pH balance if it goes on for a long time. So looks great, but the acid does a great amount of damage. But like the flowing chart shows, it is not right to eat this kind of food every day. We need some balance to take it as acidic food, as alkaline food. We need a balance daily. So do you enjoy meat, juice, coffee, and bread every meal and every day? So you must be smart to make a balance from there. So we need a balanced diet, but for the water you drink, you should always drink alkaline water. Most of the bottled water sold today is acidic water because purified, because processed by RO filtration system. So alkalinity balance is important to keep blood cells healthy. You see the photo under the microscope. This is what your blood cells look like. One is a healthy cell, alkaline and hydrate. Another one is unhealthy, acidic, and dehydrate. Which would be yours? Healthy and unhealthy. Which would be yours? You think about it. Let's look at this medical chart more. If we study a little about the acidosis, it's clear that acidosis is related to most chronic diseases. It's true. Therefore, the conditions inside the healthy body must be maintained as alkaline condition, and our body maintains homeostasis for these conditions always. However, when getting old and something along in your habit, this alkaline and homeostasis function will be faced a problem. So does alkaline water in Nikken have antioxidation potential? Yes, but not enough comparing hydrogen. But hydrogen has almost no alkalinity. The body's average pH level, as I told you, around 7.4. It is important to keep the body pH in the range. If not, flowing acidosis symptoms can arise. So I can recommend you, if you enjoy both alkaline water and the hydrogen water, it could be much more helpful to your health. For example, because food digested in the stomach has a strong acidity, alkaline bile is secreted to neutralize the acidity before being absorbed in the small intestine. All of Nikkens products provide alkaline, healthy water. And if you add antioxidant power and hydrogen, that will be the best condition for drinking water. So waterfall, pie water, or optimizer's water is alkaline, which can help the body's internal pH in its preferred neutral or slight alkaline states. Just thinking about the acidic food pH level, carbonated drinks 2.5 to 3.0, strong acid. Coffee, beverages 5.0 to 5.5, and filtered water by RO or UF, pH level is 4.5 to 6.0. Even milk is 6.5 to 6.8. Above, Nikkens products produce antioxidant potential either. Therefore, I tell you again, hydrogen-rich water shows over 350 to 450% better antioxidation power potentials compared to ordinary water, which is one of the biggest differences. All we know that there are World Health Organization, we call it WHO, announced like that, drinking fresh water can reduce the diseases by over 80%. Now we are almost at the end of the talk. When I was a researcher in KIST, I met a world-renowned water researcher, Dr. John, who was also a professor of Utah University. He was studying the properties of the structure of water molecules. And the water molecules cannot be seen even current science. At this time, I learned about the mysterious world of water and realized that this is a key word of life. I still miss that time I spent there. In the end, this knowledge changed my life, and I first started developing water purifiers. And this time, the method I choose was natural gravity purification, and this is Nikkens current products. My initial question during this development process was whether the tap water we drink safe or not. And according to the data released by the Korean Water Authority, there was no problem with the water quality according to the drinking water standard. In order to confirm the question, I went to the National Library and requested research data, but was rejected. So I went to university that published the research data where I could uncover the truths I want to confirm. In other words, the quality of tap water treated by authorities meets international standard, and there are no issues. But the problem was secondary and tertiary pollution. Secondary pollution is the rust due to aged water pipe and inflow of contaminated surface water through the broken pipes. The tertiary pollution is the contamination through chemical solvents used to clean a water tank and pipes. Therefore, I felt the need to design a home water purifier, and it was my mission to design the most efficient water purifier. The next step was the development of a functional water that is beneficial to health. So the basic study of water theory like that, it was very serious research. The first research was the significant structure of theory of water by Dr. Henry Eyring, also Dr. John in the University of Utah. The secondary research paper was the physical chemical approaches to the role of water in modern diseases such as cancer, diabetes, and AIDS. Also conducted in the KAIST with Utah University. Third research paper was some remarks on certain magnetic properties of water in the study of cancer. It was a quantum theory project in the University of Florida. Through these kinds of serious academic research, I became an expert and studied about the water. So I wrote this book titled The Miracle Molecular Structure of Water in USA, published in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Through this book, I became a water expert and a specialist. Then I developed a product for functional water drink. This research was conducted at the KAIST Molecular Science Center by working with Dr. John, and this is the story behind the Nikkens Pi Water and Optimizer. Now, I have been researching and working with water for over 30 years, and water has become my life. Now let me re-emphasize my message on last time. Make drinking good water your daily habit. In addition, not only does drinking enough water help to avoid dehydration related diseases, but it is also not expensive. The easiest, the simplest way to keep your family healthy. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.